Anyway, speaking of weasels on Twitter, again, Brad, I didn't trend or anything, but it's amazing the level of vehemence that I can elicit with a wag of my finger or a flick of my eyebrow or whatever these small gestures are. What was it that Stephen Colbert was doing? Tip of the hat, wave of the finger, or whatever the fuck. And so somebody X'd or tweeted or sent out a clip of the new AEW video game, Fight Forever, or some people calling it Take Forever, or, whatever the case. And they were saying, here I paid, and I guess with tax and possibly if it was through the mail, delivery charge, I paid like $80 for this. And it was a screenshot, and you've seen it. You'll probably describe it better than I do here in a minute. But just what I first saw, to my limited understanding, it looked like referee Aubrey Ed was refereeing a match between her and someone else because the other wrestler looked just like Aubrey Ed. And they were circling around, attempting to grapple each other in the way that video games do. And suddenly, one of them got stuck in the mat. I'm not talking about stuck on the mat. I'm talking about sank through the surface of the mat and was swinging helplessly from being waist deep in the mat like it was in a quicksand fucking pit. And so I retweeted saying, hey, somebody help an old guy, because I don't know what it's supposed to look like, really, legitimately. I don't have any idea what a wrestling video game is supposed to look like. So I said, help an old guy out. Is it supposed to look like this? And a bunch of people said, no, it's a glitch. And, this cause some were quite smart. It's caused by this, or not enough attention to that, or they'll have to put a patch or fix or whatever. But there was the other side that were, my God, the AEW fans were like, I had called their mother a whore and tried to poison their dog. You motherfucker, God damn you. Yes, all games have glitches.
Oh, come
Every
on.
single one of them. All games have glitches. It's called video games, you old son of a bitch. You're ready to turn into dust because you should die. What do you know about the goddamn you? Just ridiculously over the top, because I'm laughing at this fucking funny. And then they would send out, the WWF has glitches too. Fine, I don't give a shit. Does anybody get stuck in quicksand in their ring? But no, a bunch of people were joking about it and talking about how the money they've spent, they obviously are letting it out before it's time, or they're going to have a patch, or just commenting on it or whatever. But the real faithful base were like not only insulted and offended, but goddamn violently angry that I would retweet a clip of their fucking video game with the wrestler getting stuck in the fucking mat. What was going on there, Brian? You saw it.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously not how games are supposed to work. I'll admit, you tweeted out that thing and I saw it and I laughed uproariously, not just because of Aubrey Edwards sinking into the ring, not even sinking, just jumping off the top rope. It's like the ring's not even there. It's just whoop, right under the ring, but
Yeah.
half her body came above the ring and she's still kind of fighting, which led to a very interesting moment at the very, very end as the referee was counting her out, because obviously if you're under the ring, you're outside the ring. That's a count. So the referee, which is herself, is counting her out. And at the very end, she gets a hold of whoever her opponent is and throws him over the top rope. But it was just a split second too late. I don't know why that happened. I think the problem is this. Everyone who's willing to be honest, and I think everyone who's not to themselves, that knows that this game was released before it was ready for public consumption. And they're trying to make money back from it right away. They say there'll be plugins, there'll be fixes, but it wasn't ready. And it's out there now. So people could defend it. If the defense is, it's not ready, other games are like this too. I don't know if that's a great defense. it's not
Yeah,
ready.
that was the biggest comment. Well, all games have glitches. That's part of games, or something to that effect. It is
No, but we're hearing from a lot of people who spent whatever $60, $65 on this game who are saying that it's glitch heavy. That's the difference.
So it can be glitch light, and that can still be acceptable, palatable. You can get by with it, but glitch heavy, well, that's fat.
And there are all sorts of glitches. I remember when I was a kid, we actually had a Donkey Kong machine in the house, like one of the tabletop ones you could sit at. And if you went to the end of the second level and jumped off the level, like almost like you were going to die, you would actually sink to the bottom and then come out through the top and go all the way to the bottom again and beat the level. The weirdest glitch ever. Glitches happen.
That confused me, but because see, I never had Donkey Kong. My mom was, she was careful with $1, and she got me the generic version, Dumbo Does It Donkey Style. That was the game I used to play.
That was the generic version of Donkey Kong, and your mother bought you that game.
Yes.
Where did she buy that game? Where was that on sale?
It was at the flea market. This nice man in the trunk of his car had a bunch of stuff like that.
And she saw that it was Dumbo Does It Donkey Style. Was that what it was? Dumbo Does It?
Yeah. It was a heck of a game, but
how do you win that game?
Well, you get away.
Who's you? Who is the player who do you play as in the game?
No, I wasn't playing anybody. It was me. I got away.